Hey, Casper, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Doing good. Thank you again. Seeing you last night on the Lunch Club red carpet.
That was great. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being out there and supporting. I appreciate it.
Cool. I called you a model, but of course, more foremost, you're an actor. But that day you were a model.
I don't mind being a model. If I could ever be a model, that would have been great. Never got that opportunity, but it's still it was still nice to hear.
Okay. I think that's why you were so good, because you just don't do that much modeling.
Or any. But,
Yeah.
But it would be, it was just not, I don't know. I don't think I have the, the cool enough factor to be a model. Those guys that can do all those little things, and I can do maybe if I'm acting, but I think if I was on camera and they were trying to go be serious, I'd be like, I'd do something.
You do some Zoolander there. Then.
Yeah, I think I would totally be Zoolander without even before Zoolander. I think I was still doing Zoolander, and I think that was the problem. So I don't think I would have been a very good model.
Too much of Tigre.
Yeah, too much of the Tigre. All the Tigre, not enough Izod.
So this is one question that was in my mind always about you is this. Where's these critical moments in your life where if these things don't click and happen, you're not here in Hollywood?
It's profoundly deep, everything where we go in our life, our path and our journey. And I feel like, a lot of us are Grail Knights and we're out on this quest and we have these paths that we go on our journey, and it's like we're macheting through the jungle and going on, and we come across other knights, other people on our path, and we sometimes join up and go and things. So I never know where a path is going to go or what it's going to lead to. I don't know what I would have done if I hadn't become an actor, but I only came out here to give it a shot when I was 19. I thought I was going to go into the military. I thought I was going to go and be in the military like every other male in my family. And I'd gone to an all-guy military school, and I thought I was going to take military scholarships, but I thought I'd come out and try acting. And I guess if I hadn't met the initial people in Hollywood that I was here with, maybe it wouldn't have worked. I don't know, though. I just, it's funny, because I came out September 12th, 1989, and then when I got Starship Troopers, and it came out November 7th, 1997, everybody said, oh, an overnight success. But,
No.
It's not, the night 89 to 97, I was like, oh, overnight success. Okay, well, that's interesting. There's a lot of work that goes into that. I mean, everything that we do, I think, is a step towards it. And every life experience we have, I think, only enhances who we are as human beings if we're trying to do the work to make ourselves better, no matter what we have to go through, no matter what we have to do to get there. So I don't know if there was one thing that wouldn't have gotten me there. I'm not sure. But I do know that the journey itself is an incredible ride.
What's been your top favorite roles that you got? Like, yeah, of course, Starship Troopers is mega.
Yeah, Starship Troopers will be number one for forever. And it's just one that people just yell at me all the time. Like, well, Johnny Rico, what are you doing here? And I'm like, I'm getting toilet paper. It happens.
Well, it's one of those movies I've seen like 7-8 times easy. I'll even put it in the background and like listen, and just the effects were cool. You were just the killer. You were the man. You were the the warrior gene in you. You just made everybody attack.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Really well written script by Ed Neumeyer, who also wrote RoboCop, who was at the premiere last night. He's one of my dearest friends, and then directed by the great, complete genius Paul Verhoeven, who also did RoboCop. Both of them did RoboCop. So it was a thrill for me to be involved with that. You also had the same team, Phil Tippett, who did the visual effects for RoboCop, was doing ours, and then John Davison, who was the producer of it. And, well, Alan Marshall was too, but John Davison was the producer of RoboCop as well. So I'm looking back at this team and I'm going, oh my God, I'm sure Peter Weller was number one on RoboCop list, and I'm number one on the Starship Troopers list. So basically, I'm Murphy.
Yeah,
I'm like, this is I buy that for $1. I was so geeked out. I was so thrilled. So I would definitely say Starship Troopers is one of my favorite roles, if not, well, definitely the favorite role. But I think Tarzan is probably my second most favorite role that I've played. And I think it was just because my dad's literary and cinematic hero was Tarzan. And my grandfather used to have these ropes that would go around from the back porch all the way through all the trees in Jersey up to the front porch, and my dad would swing and try to be like Tarzan. So when I got to play my idol's idol, was probably one of the most incredible moments in my life. I hope to revisit Tarzan someday. It would be like to be old man Tarzan would be fun. But that was a great role. And then I love, of course, Sleepy Hollow. I love being Johnny Cage in Mortal Kombat Legacy Season 2 and 3. And I'm really enjoying right now all the roles I'm playing, and I have a whole bunch of movies out right now, and I've just been really lucky to get them. I think it's because of the team I have. First of all, I have the most incredible wife, Jennifer Wenger. She's unbelievable and she's so supportive, and my whole career seems to be going up since I've been with her, and also with my manager Jeff Goldberg and Todd McGinn. They've all been so incredible, and they were all there last. Oh, my wife couldn't be there. She's back in Florida with our animals.
Well, that's one of the questions I was asking you last night, because we have our Netflix and Hulu and all these different outlets, Amazon Studios, and of course your Warner Brothers, Sony, etc. It seems like, look, you have a ton of movies coming out. I think because there's all these new studios that are out too that need great actors like you.
Well, I appreciate that. That's a big statement to say and something to live up to, I hope. But I think there's a lot of great things going on, a lot of great content. There's also still a lot of the schlock that was there before. But I mean, everything, even that, is all stepping stones for everybody. You know, all my experiences, even the movies that I was like, people are like, why'd you do that movie? I'm like, I gotta eat,
right?
Gotta feed my kids, gotta have medical insurance. I have to do all that. But also, each of those is a learning experience. And if you negate that and you don't go, okay, well, that movie, if I hadn't done it, maybe my career would be better. But also, I'm a better actor because of those movies, because I've seen things that weren't right or didn't work, and I can hopefully improve upon that. And that was my goal. I'm going to improve as a man always, but I would also love to improve as an actor consistently. I just want to be, I love this acting. I love actors. I love directors. I love everybody in the industry. I love being interviewed, doing interviews. It's what, you know, it's just, I think it's that relationship. So then we're all in a camaraderie. We're in, we're having this moment together. And I think that moments are precious in life. And I think the moments mean something. And they mean, you know, we got to talk before the interview started. We were talking about our parents and, you know, how much we love them, what we're doing to take care of them. And that's beautiful. Mm-hmm. And I think when people get to talk about that, that's better than some of the other stuff that seems to be on the forefront of a lot of people, because people get shocked by it. And then some people want to keep shocking. But I think it's when we're relating to people, it's relationships. Those are sacred and important.
And that's why you made such an impression with me. The very first time I met you was this photo shoot for Las Vegas Magazine. Well, and, you know, I know you're a big-time actor and all this kind of stuff, but that day you're modeling, and how cool you were to me.
Right, I was a model, so I forgot about, I did that for you guys. It was a celebrity model thing, but yes,
you're on the cover, you jump inside this dirty, you know, waterfall, and you climb up a palm tree. And your ex back then is giving you a hard time, and you were just, everything you did, I was like, he's the man. And I dealt with a lot of, you know, prima donna models that like, oh, I don't do that, I don't do this, and you were just yes to everything. So that's why you made an impression on me. You helped me. That magazine helped me get a bunch of other things. That's a moment on my life where that helped me get to here. It helped me to get to right here too.
Well, I appreciate that, and I'm gonna give you a compliment back. My now wife loves the photo of me in that waterfall. She has it, and she's like, because I was like, we're going through some photos, and she found it. She goes, "What's this? I'm keeping this." And I'm like, "Really?" Because it wasn't received like that before. Right. It was by you, but not by my partner at the time. But my now wife loved it, and I was like, she had no idea about what we went through with that, and that there wasn't the support that you're talking about. My wife now loves it. So there you go.
And I'll tell you something else that actually pushed my career further because of you. You were on that lifeguard chair, going like this.
Yeah.
David Beckham saw that, and he's like, I want the photographer that took that picture of the Casper going like this. Like, anybody could have taken that picture. He's like, no, I want him. I'm like, okay. Beckham flies me to Spain. I shoot Beckham in that same exact pose for a cover of a magazine.
Beckham wanted, oh my, that's so cool.
Is that weird?
So honored.
Is that
I'm so honored, and that's so cool.
That's why I asked you
thank you, David.
That's why I asked you that question. There's always these pivotal moments. You're one of those pivotal moments for me that happens. It took off, got me into doing, you know, get photography into doing interviews, you know, next level.
Well, I'm so honored, and that's all on you. So that shows your hard work and your dedication to what you're doing. But I'm grateful to be a part of that, and I'm grateful. Like I said, we're nights we get out on this journey, and we're going on these paths, and sometimes our paths will cross, and we go on it together a little bit, and then we veer off and go back, and then we can come back, and we have these moments, and it's like now we can see even the effect that it has. You're honoring me so much by even mentioning that to me, and then I get to feel that, and I am so grateful for that, and that gives me so much gratitude, because you want to have a positive effect on people's lives. You want that to be something that you leave, that's the greatest gift you can do. I think
And
passion and empathy are the greatest things. So,
and that's what you did for me. That's why I had to. And all this time has gone by, and I've been waiting to tell you. And normally I wouldn't do. And not to sound that way, it was a smaller carpet. I'm like, okay, Mickey Rourke's going to be there, you're going to be there, and Mina's going to be there. I'm like, okay, let's go. But let's see if Casper, then you're there. I'm like, cool. I need to talk to this guy. I need to talk to Casper. And then thanks for coming here on the Warner Brothers lot and doing a proper interview.
Well, I'm just doing my show. I'm doing All American, and you said last night you said that, and I said, oh yeah, you sent me something about doing an interview and the photo shoot, and I meant to tell you. I had to go. I got to tell you about that photo because my wife, the fact that she loves it and has it. I mean, I've done a lot of photo shoots over the years. Right. She grabbed that one, and she's like, this is so cool, and I love this. She goes, what are you, crazy? And I go, yeah. She goes, I love it.
It's powerful. You're like on a rock. It looks like savage, just water everywhere. You could die, you know.
So it gets appreciated, and then look at that. Now you can see how much it was appreciated, because I'm sorry it wasn't seen that way back then, and maybe she just was nervous because I wasn't doing it right, and I'm not saying anything against my ex. She just probably was like, that's weird that Casper's doing that, because I just am... I'm like a little bit of I have ADHD, and that's what they say or whatever.
And I got dyslexia and ADHD. Oh, always like, Fernando, slow down.
Yeah. So I'm all over the place, but I try to do it in a way that isn't hurtful. And I know sometimes it can be. I've been told it was intimidating the way I looked or acted or whatever. And I was like, well, I don't want to. Yeah. I'm not interested in that.
Let's go. Well, so anyway, that's the main reason me doing this interview, is you made an impact in my life, and it helped me. You helped me in these other ways to get me where I am today. That's why I asked you that question too.
Right, and you have an office here at Warner Brothers. That's amazing.
It's crazy, yeah.
That's amazing. I've never had an office at Warner Brothers. I mean, I have a trailer, but it's a funny one, and everybody else uses it when I'm not here.
Right. So, no, really. So, how do you stay so cool and humble? Because I mean, you're well known. You're in a ton of stuff, and how do you kind of keep it like Mr. Florida?
Like Mr. Florida. I don't know if that's a compliment. Although I was born in Florida, grew up in Jersey, but and then moved back to Florida now. So I guess I am a Florida man.
Okay, wait. Okay, let's go next. How about this? Do you ever use your Jersey accent?
Oh yeah, when I get angry, or if I see somebody that's from Jersey and they start talking on New York and they're going like this, then I come back and I start talking like this.
I can't even picture that.
Yeah, I know. I don't get hired like that. I've been hired, I think, twice or three times in 35 years where I've used a Jersey accent. But other than that, it's always been, because even when I was in Jersey, they used to say, oh, look at that, Malibu Ken doll. And I used to go, Malibu, what the hell are you talking about? I want to hit the course. People are like, oh, that's such a compliment. But when you're a kid, you want to be G.I. Joe.
Oh, you don't want to be Malibu. You don't want to. No. You want to be G.I. Joe.
Yeah, you want to be something cool, or you want to be Han Solo, or you want to be whatever you want to be, something cool. I don't think a lot of guys, there's some guys that do, but, it wasn't my thing. I didn't want to be seeing that. Now, if I get paid to be that, it'd be great.
Malibu Ken could be cool if he was a secret agent.
There you go.
If he's undercover.
Well, Ryan Gosling just did it, I guess. And
I don't know what that Barbie's about. Is it kind of like she's a...
I have no idea.
I think it's something like that. You're right.
I have no idea.
I
literally have no idea. But he's such a talented actor, so I'm sure... I can't believe David Beckham won the same picture that we have. I got to send me that picture.
So that's what I'm going to put it in this interview. How the shot of your picture, and how it ended up being on the cover and this whole spread. I shot it in Spain, and just because I'm not joking, I sent my material in for the interview, and it was David Beckham's like, I want the guy that shot this. Flies me out there, and I mean, anybody could ask anybody to do this, but he's like, no, I want the guy that did this.
Well, he has the power to do that.
I think you did the post. That's another thing. I didn't tell you to do this. You were in this mode, and you were like, or you went like this, I think. And that's how he got the shot.
I have no idea. I don't even remember.
Do you have the magazine still?
I don't know if I do.
I'm going to send you a couple copies.
Okay.
So long ago. Okay, cool, man. I just wanted to talk to you for good. This has been a good 15, 20 minutes, and you're on the set here in All-American, and you're being an abusive dad.
Yes.
So...
Well, who knows? Maybe I'm better. Maybe I'm getting better in the sea.
One last thing. You know what? I could have done the press junket for All-American, and I just thought it was going to be like, I don't know if it's going to be good or not. And then I let some of my other hosts do the interviews, and I'm like, oh, this series is really cool.
Yeah, they have a great following. They have a lot of good people on the set. I feel very lucky to be a part of it. I was in the first 3 seasons. And then I hadn't been in the season 4 at all, and then this is season 5, and I'm doing the season finale of it. So
crazy.
That's kind of cool.
So my there's a question in there is that, I mean, it's kind of weird how sometimes you have like a bad attitude. They think, oh, that's not going to be good, and it ends up being really, really good. Does that happen to you? Where you're like, I don't know if I should read this for this role because I don't think it's going to be good, and then it ends up being something great.
Well, you know, it's like I say, like last night when we were doing the Hunt Club, I mean, David Lipper, who's a good friend of mine who I've auditioned against since, I mean, we've both been here like 30-something years. He might even be here longer than me. I'm not sure. He might have been. But he's the one that goes, Casper, I wrote this script, and I think you're perfect for it. And he let me read it, and I read it, and I was like, what are you talking about? You know me. Why are you thinking this is perfect for me? But he's like, look, this is a woman empowerment. The women in the end, you know, it's really something they do, but they have to go through a lot. And they have to go through it because of what I've done and my actions. And that's always hard to do, even when you're playing that. I don't even like really watching that for me because it kind of wrecks my soul in a way. It feels like there can be a little bit of pain in it. So, yeah, there's sometimes where I question whether I'm doing something right. Or, I mean, not always. Everybody does. If you're not really doing yourself. And you're not really respecting yourself enough because you have to question and make sure that you're coming from the most authentic place you can come from. And I haven't always done that. That's probably why I've been divorced twice. I've made plenty of mistakes. I haven't been the best husband. I wish I'd been better in my life many times. And I'm sure they've had their issues too, but I have to just be accountable for myself. And now I have a great relationship, great wife, great relationship with people. And I get to hear a story like this that comes back and touches my heart and soul so deeply. And have so much gratitude for you to even tell me that. I'm so appreciative of that. And I'm so grateful for your career.
Thank you very much. I appreciate I just needed to tell you that appreciation from my side, what you did to me, the little bit of time that you gave me and made such a giant impact.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm so I don't want to cry. I can't because then they'll oh my God, it's so weak.